In the heart of the golden savanna, where the sun rose each morning like a great burning shield, there lived a young antelope who had never quite understood the meaning of courage. The grassland stretched endlessly before him, vast, open, magnificent. Yet every corner seemed to hide an uncertainty he felt unprepared to face. He was nimble, swift, and alert, just like his kin. But unlike the others, whose leaps seemed effortless and graceful, his steps were often hesitant. While the herd moved with rhythm and confidence, he lingered behind, unsure when to leap how far or whether he would fall. His mother would often nudge him gently, saying, "Courage is not found in the legs, my child. It grows inside the heart. Strong legs help you run, but a strong heart tells you when to leap." But this wisdom, though beautiful, felt vague to him. He wanted something concrete, something he could see, touch, or practice. One morning, the savanna stirred with unusual excitement. The herd gathered beneath an acacia tree, its branches like open arms offering shade. The eldest antelope, a graceful matriarch whose body bore the marks of age and survival, stood atop a small mound. "Today," she announced, "the herd moves toward the red hills, where fresh grazing awaits. But the path is different this season. A great ravine divides a plain. Each one must leap across to continue the journey." A nervous tremor ran through the young antelope. A ravine, a jump too wide, too deep, where one wrong step meant falling into a shadowed valley of stones. He had seen the ravine once from afar, its width daunting, its depth haunting. Just the memory of its dark mouth sent a chill through him. As the herd began to move, his mind swirled like dust on a windy day. What if he didn't make it? What if he tripped? What if everyone saw him fail? His fears, though invisible, weighed heavier than any predator. But the journey began and there was no turning back. The savanna unfolded beautifully as they traveled. Tall grasses danced in the breeze, birds circled overhead in spirals of white and gray, and distant herds of elephants moved like gentle mountains across the horizon. Yet the young antelope noticed none of this beauty. His thoughts remained glued to the jump ahead. Finally, the herd reached the ravine. The earth here was cracked and dark, as if split open by the claws of a giant. The drop looked endless. The gap seemed wider than he remembered. The herd formed a line. One by one, each antelope took a running start, swift, powerful, and soared across with ease. Some landed lightly, others skidded, sending up small clouds of dust. But each one made it. The young antelope's heart raced. Then came his turn. He stepped forward, trembling. He looked down into the ravine, where shadows swallowed the light. He watched the opposite edge, so close yet impossibly far. His breath caught. His legs froze. Behind him, the matriarch approached with a calm presence. "The ravine is not your enemy," she said softly. "Fear is." He swallowed hard. "What if I fall?" She nodded. "Perhaps you will. Perhaps you won't. But avoiding the leap will not carry you forward. You cannot graze where courage does not take you." He looked at her, desperate. "How do I know I'm ready?" "You don't," she said gently. "But step by step, courage appears. It grows each time you choose to move instead of freeze." Her words echoed inside him like distant thunder. Step by step, courage appears. He closed his eyes. The wind brushed his fur, whispering through the grass. He heard the herd calling from the other side, steady, encouraging. He felt his breath rising and falling like waves. He opened his eyes. He stepped back, not out of fear, but to build momentum. His hooves pressed into the earth. He ran, not perfectly, not powerfully, but bravely, his heart thundered in his chest as he charged toward the ravine. Just as his hooves met the very edge, he pushed upward with every ounce of strength he had, launching himself into the air. For a moment, time froze. He felt suspended between two worlds, the world of fear behind him and the world of possibility ahead. The air lifted him. The sun warmed him. And for the first time in his life, he felt something shift inside, something freeing, something bold. He landed on the other side, not gracefully, not beautifully. He stumbled, skidding forward before collapsing onto the dusty ground. He lay there, panting, trembling, heart pounding as if trying to escape his chest. And then he heard it, cheers from the herd, soft, proud snorts, the matriarch's approving nod, his mother's relieved breath. He had made it. The fear didn't disappear at once. His legs were still shaky, his breathing uneven, but something new had awakened within him, a spark, a flame, a memory of that moment in the air, where he chose courage over comfort. Days passed. The journey continued. But the young antelope was different now. When they crossed rocky terrain, he stepped with more certainty. When they encountered predators lurking at a distance, he stayed alert but didn't panic. When the herd waded through rivers, he lifted his head high, trusting his strength. And whenever doubt tried to return, he remembered the ravine, the leap, the moment he defied his own fear. One evening, as the sky painted itself with orange and purple streaks, the matriarch approached him. "You've changed," she said. He lowered his gaze. "I'm still afraid sometimes." "Courage is not the absence of fear," she replied. "It is a decision to move despite it." Her words settled into his heart like seeds ready to grow. Weeks later, the herd approached another challenge. A fallen tree stretched across a narrow ridge. To continue, each antelope had to leap over the trunk and land safely on the sloping path beyond. Some of the younger ones trembled as he once had. Seeing their fear, he stepped forward, not out of pride, but out of understanding. He turned to them with a calm voice. "The fear is loud," he said, "but your courage is louder. Do not listen to the noise inside your head. Trust your legs. Trust your heart. Step forward. Then leap." The young antelopes watched him. He stepped back, steadied his breathing, and leaped elegantly over the trunk, this time with ease, agility, and grace he never thought he could possess. The others followed, emboldened by his example. And in that moment, he understood a deeper truth. Courage not only strengthens you, it inspires others. Every brave step teaches someone else they can step to. Seasons changed. The savanna's colors shifted from green to gold, gold to brown, brown to vibrant green again. Storms came and went. Rivers swelled and shrank. Life moved with its rhythm of trials and triumphs. And with each challenge, the antelope learned something new. That courage is sometimes loud, like a leap across a ravine, and sometimes quiet, like choosing to walk forward when your heart trembles. Sometimes it shows in bold actions, other times in gentle decisions, but it always grows in motion. He became known across the herd not as the strongest or the fastest, but as the one who always moved forward, no matter how uncertain the path. And one morning, as the rising sun painted the savanna in gold, he stood on a hill overlooking the land and felt a deep peace settle over him. The ravine that once filled him with dread was now just a memory, a lesson carved into the landscape of his heart. He realized then that courage was never about the size of the leap. It was about choosing to leap at all, about trusting the ground beneath you, even when you couldn't see it yet, about believing that every step forward, big or small, shapes your destiny. And so, with the wind brushing softly against his fur and the horizon glowing with possibility, the antelope took another step forward, a step filled with courage, a step toward everything he was meant to become.